Hello and welcome back once again to thedrinker.co.uk. I'm Pete Turner, and in this series of films we're looking at wines that are available in the UK in the winter of 2021 going into the spring of 2022. All of the wines in all of the films are priced no more than £10, and in this film we're looking at the wines that are available at Tesco. So I've picked 6 from their range. You can see all of my recommendations from all of the Tesco wine on thedrinker.co.uk. Go to the homepage, click on the Tesco tab, and you'll find what I recommend from them. So first up, we have got a Sturmbosh Pinatage. Pinotage really is the sort of signature grape of South Africa. This is made by the Stellenbosch winery, really good producer. And I'm just going to have a little sniff, and yeah, immediately you're getting lots of intensity. It's really crunchy cranberry. And there's something else behind there, like coffee grounds, like freshly ground coffee. And it's big. It's 14%. It's £7.50 a bottle. 14%. And in the mouth, it's got some lovely structure. And the tannins in it and the fruit in it make me think of sort of dark chocolate. It's got real lovely chocolatey notes to it, as well as having that sort of underscore of black cherry. Yeah, think black cherry and chocolates. Really lovely wine. £7.50. That is a lot of wine for the money. Real good bargain there. Okay, so next up, it's a Rioja. Everyone loves Rioja. This is quite a modern one. It's £9 a bottle. It's from Ramon, Bilbao. So let's have a little sniff. It's Rioja Creanza, which means it's had to have at least a year in an oak barrel before it's released. This has had 14 months in new American oak, and it's got that lovely sort of American oak vanilla-y cigar box kind of nose to it. Oh, that's great on the palate. All of those sort of savoury, cigar-y kind of flavours really meet some lovely juicy sort of ripe black fruit, blackberries particularly. I'm getting brambly kind of spice to it. Really works well together. Again, for £9, 14% in alcohol. Real good winter warmer. Lovely sort of warming, inviting wine. 2 really well made wines there. Great stuff. So next up, this is Mont. Tesco Finest. A lot of these are Tesco Finest. I think Tesco Finest is the Stellenbosch. And certainly the Prosecco, and yeah, a Chardonnay. So Tesco Finest, really good wines across the range. It's £6.50. Comes from Saint-Mont in southwestern France. Saint-Mont's like halfway between Toulouse and Bilbao, so it's sort of down that way, and it's lovely looking, pale, and it's got a lovely sort of really light lemon pith kind of nose to it. Oh, fresh and zippy and quite simple, but there's certainly some real sort of citrusy complexity behind it. At £6.50 a bottle, that's making a perfect winter party wine. And certainly as we get into the springtime, it'll be a great patio wine. Christmas parties, that's great value at that point. Super wine. Okay, so next up, got a feeling this is going to be right at the other end of the spectrum. This is £8 a bottle. This is a Finest Chardonnay, comes from Western Australia. Yeah, and it's much bigger. It's had a fair bit of oak. So you're getting some sort of creamy, coconutty sort of notes to it. Yeah, and it really works well with the fruit. The fruit's a bit more tropical there, a bit more sort of, I'm thinking maybe mango, certainly some sort of satsuma kind of citrus in there. It's lovely. So £8 a bottle. Again, real good quality wine at the price. Work well with food, work well on its own. Super stuff. Okay, next up. Hey, can we say cheap and cheerful? Are we allowed to say cheap and cheerful? We say economy. This is £4.29 a bottle, and it's just called Italian Blush. You get what you pay for. I sort of think. But what do I want? Well, I want simple for rosé. I want simple, pretty, elegant, usually dry. I want a bit of fruit character. And that's exactly what I'm getting. Tiny little bit of red currant in there. Beautiful, quite one-dimensional, but £4.29's worth. And if you think again, party season, £4.29, get lots of that in, chill it well. It's a perfectly acceptable, perfectly decent rosé. Love it. I really hate the fact that rosé gets sold out at 12 and 13 and £20 a bottle. I think it's ridiculous. That is a super wine at £4.29. Perfectly good. Okay, been practicing my pronunciation. Prosecco, Valdobiadene, I think. It's £10 a bottle, quite expensive for Prosecco, but the wines of Valdobiadene do tend to be considered to be slightly better. And yeah, on the nose immediately, you're getting more than just that kind of neutral, cheap Prosecco. You're getting sort of a lovely peach blossom aroma to it. And that floral element carries on the palate, and it really does become quite peachy, but in a really lovely way. It's dry and racy and lovely acidity. £10 a bottle, you're certainly getting what you pay for there. It's a lovely, lovely Prosecco. So there's a quick waltz through my selections from Tesco right now. Go to thedrinker.co.uk, click on the Tesco button, and it will tell you all of my recommendations from the whole of their range and all the other supermarkets too. I wish you a very good Christmas and a very lovely spring, and here's to good drinking now. Cheers.